All right. Well, welcome to a special episode, late episode here of Ugly Thirds. We got some Jersey news, gentlemen.
It's finally come out. The Columbus Blue Jackets and the Detroit Red Wings, their Stadium Series jerseys revealed. And I was not ready for this.
No, this I'm gonna say this is right up there with 2014 at Michigan. Like these two are very good jerseys, and we kind of knew what um, Columbus was gonna do. Like people were calling for the can. How do you not go in with a cannon?
You
Um,
got it. You got it.
and you got it, and they did it, and they did it really well. And then Detroit shows up with a gorgeous jersey themselves. And the last time we saw Detroit, it was fine. It wasn't anything flashy. It was just the big letter D. It was uninspiring. Um, but this one's pretty good too. And the inner workings of the actual the logo itself on the crest is special. We got good close up views of those, Phil, if you want to get started.
Let's take a look at them.
Here's the first one.
It's gorgeous.
It is. It's really well done. I always like it. It might, and some people might find it gimmicky, but I like the nods to location when it comes to patches. So the alternate and the captain's patch are going to be embedded inside an outline of Ohio, which I know both of you have issues with, but
Oh
it's
no,
kind of
I
like,
just pre-ordered a Wierenski to
oh,
get that A patch. So
fair enough. But it
I
reminds me of
overpaid, but it was worth it.
when Pittsburgh did the captain and the alternate in the Keystone, which is really well done.
I love me some fun captaincy patches. Anything that had that little bit of fun with it. Do we have other pictures with this? So the sleeve stripes are angled upwards. They're meant to evoke the chevrons of a Union uniform. Um, we have a thin red line across the entire bottom. The Canon logo. So, I mean, you all know this logo. They changed this to red for some color balance, and obviously it's without its roundel. And I think it looks amazing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, increased in size too. I mean, it's Stadium Series. This is what they do through and through. But it doesn't look gimmicky. Like it looks regal. It looks good.
Next slide.
Slide.
Check out the Stadium Series patch.
Did you notice that it says the Stadium Series for the Ohio State?
No, I did not get that.
Yeah,
That's a nice Easter egg.
caught my attention.
That's nice.
That blue is gorgeous. It's not a navy blue. It's almost like a midnight blue. It's a little bit deeper than Union Soldier blue, but it really, really sharp.
I'm okay with it.
I'm curious as to what the warm up unis are going to be, just because they
Mm,
sometimes tend to outperform the actual jerseys themselves. Like, I'm curious in what
practice
direction they're
ones.
going to go in.
So I wanted to include this because it is in fact sparkly silver. It is not gray, it's silver.
Ah,
Silver has always been a part of the Blue Jackets. I mean, it's in there, but it's never been on the uniform. And so I think that's a fantastic ad. They've added a shoulder logo that's supposed to be a new word market. It's supposed to be based on the pins worn on the kepis, the hats. Um, I don't
nice.
love it. I don't love that one. I
No?
don't hate
Oh
it.
man,
I have no love for it. Um,
it's a nice touch. I could see it being a permanent fixture on a shoulder patch in the future if they ever decide to rebrand. I think it fits. Like it works well. It's not terrible.
I mean, I think this is the best Columbus Blue Jackets jersey that's ever been made. I love this. I absolutely love this. No question in my mind. This is number one. This is the new number one.
Maybe I should have done this one for the challenge that I lost with Columbus. That sweet design element of
Oh
canon.
yes, the design element. It's a shame that our look at Columbus and the seating stripes hasn't run yet because I think we'd feel very differently of like this exists. Hey, look, every concept of Columbus involves some kind of chevron for Union uniforms, Union
Of course.
rank. Usually it's two or three, like it's a multiple of them. The fact they went nice and big and bold, it works so well. And there's something about that red stripe that's kind of a Zawave's kind of look like. I don't know. There's something just feels very vintage about how it's very clean across the entire bottom. The cannon looks amazing. I think honestly, so I would drop the CBJ and the Stadium Series patch. I'd put this logo, the regular logo, and I'd make this the full timer look. And I'd do a white jersey, but I think I'd put the red, white, and blue cannon on it. You know, the one they wear for this one. I'd put
Yeah.
that. So on the road you have the Columbus Blue Jackets around it, and call it a day. They're gorgeous. They're absolutely perfect.
It has that at bare minimum that third jersey that's going to stick around for a couple of years feel to it, and some teams do it, and
Philadelphia,
just
they've been rocking
because
theirs for 5, 7 years.
it has the makings of a rebrand without having to do much right now.
It's absolutely perfect. I have no complaints, no notes. Like this is amazing. It needs to stick around. Goodness, it needs to stick around.
Okay.
I'd swap out the shoulder patches to make it the permanent home.
Yeah.
Done. Done.
Did you call them? Did you call the front office and let them know? Like,
I got voicemail. They're not open right now.
oh, straight to voicemail. They know you.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
know they know
I'm
you have
not sure.
opinions.
Well, they saw the 412 number and they're like, Pittsburgh, no. No. No.
Click. Slide.
Maybe.
Beep.
Flip the script. Now I had no idea what Detroit was going to do, and to be fair, they without going too off the rails, they don't have much available to them to dazzle, but they did. Like
Oh,
it's
see, go ahead. I'm sorry. I won't interrupt.
no, 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 no. I'm kind of curious now. You piqued my
I
interest.
am whelmed.
What were you expecting?
Honestly, I got nothing against the D logo. It's historic. I think the updated version for they did for the last Stadium Series probably would have been better here. Um, it's a baseball look, especially when we just had a bunch of teams with the games at Wrigley, the college teams, all went with that look.
Sure.
So if this, if it was at a baseball stadium, it'd be like, okay, this is great, but it's not. And I
But
realize that Detroit doesn't have much to work with, and I think they did a good job with. It's not a usual. It's not crap, which is what their reverse retros were. So, but I'm whelmed.
I think people have been asking for a word Detroit for a while, and they missed it with reverse retro too. So try number two.
they didn't do well with any of their reverse retros. Um, this isn't bad though, but I think the details matter here. So if we go forward and forward again,
Well, I do love the helmet stripe. The football helmet stripe is a great idea.
it's not done yet though. That's the cool thing. And maybe it's not so much the jersey here, but the whole ensemble itself. But go to the next one, Phil. That's cool. Like the chain stitching in there is really, really well done.
No, I read about this. I did research. I don't know if you can blow that up any without destroying things.
Well, you can't blow it up
No,
without blowing up the broadcast.
Nope.
yeah. So there's dimples. They use the speed holes. They
Oh,
laser cut holes in it,
so
and
they're
it's
gonna win
meant
the
to.
game, obviously, because they're going faster.
The design there, the double design on the leading edge, is meant to evoke the stitching of leather seats in a car.
I like it.
So Shrems,
I
are
mean,
there
what?
any Sabres on that Detroit team? Can you is this eligible?
No.
Oh,
But maybe a year or two from now. I mean, they're talking trade right now, so it's completely possible. But I don't know. I kind of like them, but I'm a sucker for white jerseys, and this one kind of stands out for me. So, but keep going.
Oh, next slide.
Slide. What's your hot take on the name bar being a different color?
I'm so over it. Like honestly, I don't, it just doesn't like it doesn't phase me anymore. Like it was cool when Philly first did it. Oh, what a good little historical, stick tap. And then everyone started doing it of like, oh, it's vintage, it's a thing. And I'm like, it's not really a trend that is old timey, but okay. Um, Look for a jersey that's the whole lot of white. I got no problem with it here. I don't hate them like I did when there was like, oh, everyone had to do one. Um, that's fine. That's fine. This jersey is very fine. It's fine.
Does the helmet do anything to the ensemble?
the the it's a Philadelphia Eagles wing.
It's like
How dare
what they
you?
what's the Greek god? Is Ares with the hat?
Hermes. Is that
Hermes.
Hermes?
Hermes with the or the Flash helmet, the old
So
school
the
DC.
Yeah.
first thing I said, the only thing this could be better is if they use the University of Michigan style helmets with the big white wing and the stripes going back.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Um,
surprised there's not more football in
well,
both of
so
these.
apparently Columbus wanted to do the Buckeye stickers on the back of the helmet, and we're told no.
I
That's a
can see that.
trademark that they were not allowed to use.
I can see that.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of. I mean I'm shocked they didn't do anything like that, or at least we haven't seen it. But
Because like
There's something to think about with all of this, with all these cool design elements that you could do. Are you legally obligated to stay away from some of these things, and what couldn't they do?
it's like Ohio State and Michigan hate each other. Like it's a
oh
big
yeah,
it's almost as big as Ohio State Penn State. And I'm
no no
surprised
no 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 no. You shut your mouth. It is the biggest rivalry in sports.
I disagree, but
No no full stop.
um
You don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about. No no.
anyways,
That
and not to
that
touch it, they missed out.
oh like Ohio State coaches would not even say the word Michigan. They just called it that school up north. Like no. No, this is the result of the Toledo War. A war was fought between Michigan and Ohio, and that's why Michigan has the Upper
Yeah,
Peninsula.
but wasn't it like 23 minutes and nobody died?
Does it matter? They still hate each other. They hate each other. There is no bigger rivalry. To my point, there was a ESPN commercial. It was just a couple on a couch making out. One was in a Michigan sweatshirt and one was an Ohio State sweatshirt, and they just kind of let it play for 10 seconds, and then this comes up with without sports, this wouldn't be disgusting.
Back we can actually make funny commercials. Yeah, I get it.
Oh, it's fantastic. This is the big interstate rivalry, without a doubt.
Which is funny. Like college football, it's the biggest rivalry, perhaps, maybe outside of college football in all of North American sports. This is up there as one of the biggest rivalries. Nobody has ever put Detroit versus Columbus as like the rival in the NHL. Like
No,
it's
never.
it's unfortunate that that doesn't carry over into hockey, but it
Well,
doesn't.
partly of that is they were in different divisions to start, different conferences. Detroit
Oh
was
yeah,
in the West
Detroit
when they
Detroit
came back.
bounces back and forth, don't they?
Yeah, Detroit was in the West when Columbus
Weren't
became
they both in the West?
But Phil, are
maybe
you
they
talking about
were.
like
Maybe they were both in the West. I gotta think about that now. They might have been. Now they're both in
I
the
think I
East.
think it's just because of how expansion was. Columbus has always been so bad. Like now, expansion teams they actually set them up for success, and in 2000 they did not.
Detroit for sure bounced back and forth. That's that I know of. Columbus, I can't remember. Do we have?
Columbus was always West until they realigned because it's only been a couple years since they've been with Metro.
Do we got another slide there, Phil?
There's one more because there's a little
Mm,
Easter egg with this one.
I love it. Oh, it's Al. I love that Al makes an appearance here. That's fantastic. So we've made use of the jock tag. Like I wouldn't
yeah,
remove
that's
that
the
one.
new thing for Fanatics.
They took away the dimples and put the little tag.
I would have liked to have kept the nipples, but it's it's cool. Like I don't feel the desire to take that off, and that's where I stand on it. I don't know. I want you to see Detroit on the ice to see if it changed your perception of this whole thing.
I mean, look, it's fun. There is nothing wrong with it, but I'm not impressed.
It doesn't hold a candle to what Columbus did. Like,
No, and they just did. I think Columbus is the best jersey they've ever done, and Detroit, it's fun. It's
it's
fun.
fine. It's fine. And for Stadium Series, just to go in there and say, yeah, it's fine. That's
Yeah,
okay.
Columbus was in the West. They're in the Central Division with Detroit.
No. Well, then I don't know why that didn't really. I mean, Detroit had Chicago for a long time too, so
Well, and so they tried to put a lot of Columbus, Chicago. Actually, been to a Chicago bad Columbus game, and it was fantastic. The crowd was electric. I do love going there. I got to get back out there for a game because it's just what a great environment. That cannon is amazing. The fan base is kind of like, well, if we lose, that's what's supposed to happen, but if we win, it's unbelievably amazing. So it's like it's a
lovable
very
losers.
like, we're happy to be here, kind of,
I
for
was
the
gonna
people
say,
who
just
actually go.
happy to be in that
Yeah.
environment. Yeah, sure.
So
Um,
I love it. I already pre-ordered one. It was worth overpaying. I'm sure I'll regret it because Columbus. So they're at just the team stores. You can't get it from Shop NHL or Fanatics. Um, and so you can't like I couldn't use PayPal credit, which is like, dang it. So there
I'm
goes my
curious.
6 months no interest.
I'm curious how long that's going to last because it can't be that much longer that they're going to have exclusivity. And Detroit hasn't released anything yet.
Yeah, well, so the thing is that I really think they're going to underproduce Columbus. I think in general the Stadium Series is always harder to find. Uh, Columbus is such a small market. And now that you're seeing Chicago Winter Classic jerseys being blown out, I really do think that Columbus there. That's why I pre-ordered. Like I don't think I ever remember seeing a pre-order for NHL jerseys.
no, Fanatics did not do a pre-order. I mean, they just dropped them all in one day, and people just had at it. But to what you're saying, of these two, who are they going to overproduce? It's going to be Detroit. Like,
Yeah,
and we're going to see it possibly. We're going to see these go the way of what Chicago is. I can get a Taylor Hall jersey, Fanatics Authentic Premium for like $94 right now for that Winter Classic. Like, come on, like why
yeah.
wouldn't I do that?
I'm
Only 3 weeks ago, not even 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's the strangest thing. It's they overproduce some of these teams, and like, man,
And
have
yet,
we not learned our lesson?
What?
several Adidas jerseys are still full price.
Eh,
Yeah, they kind of ended their sales and like, well, you didn't get it by Christmas. Too bad. Pay full price. You want it?
give it some
Pay
time.
for it.
Give it some time, or
Yeah,
you'll find it in Burlington Coat Factory in like 2 months.
I've had some success there.
You know?
I think these are going to be underproduced. I think if you want one, pre-order it, get it now, because I don't see them sticking around, and I don't see there being extras.
We'll see.
You
We'll
didn't
see where
take,
it
you
goes.
didn't take the picture with both of them together?
Womp womp.
Like,
You didn't notice that when you saved them all individually
no,
to put
I
as
was
backgrounds?
busy trying to screenshot each one and saving it as a different file to make this work.
You are
Screenshot. You could have just
overworked and
save as
underappreciated. That's what you
save as
are.
JPG.
I was gonna say if you say underpay, I'm be like, wait, you're sure, right? I didn't
I
underpaid.
said
Well,
underappreciated.
considering he still doesn't know what headroom is for a shot.
I'm leaning in my chair, okay?
Oh, Mr. Lounging on the job now, huh?
Yo, check out my stacks over here. Check that out. Look at how many I can get in one row. Look at that.
Yeah, no, we got to get you the pizza box stack. I swear that's how you fix it.
I don't know. I don't know. I got a half closet, so this is what I can do.
Ideas for Shrems down in the comments. Let us know how to fix that.
What do I do with
I
it?
think pizza box stackers.
No way. No way.
So
All right.
all right, look, I am whelmed by Detroit. I love Columbus. I think it's the best ever. Shrems, what's your final take?
I'm gonna convince you on Detroit sooner or later. It's a long flight out to Seattle next week, and I really don't have
It,
anything to do, so
You have to watch the Sunny episode for Abbott, but I mean it's only gonna be 30 minutes, so
Is it
Yeah,
funny?
it
then
is funny. They teach Charlie to read, which is funny. So
Okay. All right.
no spoilers.
We'll do that. All right, Phil, do it.
all right, so
Phil,
don't
what's your
forget
final take? You never said anything.
you didn't let me say anything.
Never appreciated.
Jump in.
I'm
Self
there's something
advocacy.
about okay, my take. There's something about Columbus that's just I don't know. There's I like it, but then there's something that doesn't make me feel that great about it yet. I need to let it fest. I might get it one no matter what.
Is that why you bought 2 of them already?
No, I have not. He bought one before. I haven't bought one yet, technically. So he's the first one.
Phil
Um,
needs to let that percolate.
and I think Detroit's could actually be something where they adjust, make again the patches. That could be a nice alternate at some point too, because they really don't have one right now. Um, so I'm yeah, there I'm actually more excited about the Ohio than the Cannon. I feel like the Cannon maybe it's too big, and that's I think what's bothering me about it. Um,
There is a lot of white space on that jersey. I'd say that's its biggest downfall. Like even with a roundel, like there's stuff going on in the roundel. This is just a cannon, like
right.
bam, right there. I can see what you're saying.
And I had images of Burger King because that cannon sticks out so much.
Yeah,
I'm
you're not
wondering,
going to fold that thing.
right, the folding, and it's kind of awkward. So those are just a couple, but those are like
Or
details.
you could hang yours.
No, you have to fold them. See, that's how you do it.
So okay, we're not going to get into this argument. So that's I mean I think they did really well with this. The Winter Classic did very well with it. So we'll see what happens. I mean, those are the last new jerseys, and we're still waiting for the Four Nations to get released. So
Yeah,
um,
unless there's some special surprise like Toronto and their St. Pat's redo.
Don't they do St.
So
Pat's every year?
they don't
they
make a new one.
do, but we didn't expect a new design at the end of Adidas.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So yeah. So anyways, as finish it off. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, ring the bell to get notifications. Tune in for next week. We're gonna have probably some videos from our trip, some views of where are we going, gentlemen?
Seattle
I don't
and
know.
Vancouver.
Where did you
Go
buy the
Kraken.
ticket?
Go Canucks.
Oh, I didn't buy the tickets. You bought the tickets, but
I didn't buy the
you'll
tickets.
get some firsthand experience of us in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, so
The
uh,
upper Pacific
really
Northwest.
The
upper,
upper
which is
Pacific.
actually which is technically warmer than Northern Virginia right now. So, um, and tune in for another episode of Ugly Thirds. No, no,
Shut the
no.
thing, Phil.
Cut